20 international chess professionals converge here in St. Louis for the 2017 Winter Chess Classic. Hello, chess fans. It's day 4, round 4 of the 2017 Winter Chess Classic. After 3 rounds so far, in Group A, David Howell of England leads the pack. And in Group B, Karila and Barish Pulitz share the lead. These players will earn top-level tournament experience, but also there's a $20,000 prize fund at stake. The winner of Group A nets $5,000. The winner of Group B nets $4,000. All right, round 4. Alexander Ipatov, the Grandmaster, who's going into slew. Today he had a victory with the white pieces over Zherebukh, an upcoming U.S. championship competitor. So, Alexander, take us through the game and show us this victory.
Right, and before I look at the game, I would like to say that I've been knowing Yaroslav since early childhood because we are from the same city in Ukraine, and we know each other since we were 7 years old. So it was like the Ukrainian derby, although we represent different federations.
Very cool.
Yeah, so yesterday I was quite disappointed with my game against Jeffrey. I was winning, but it was a draw. He found a perpetual, so I was a bit tired. I didn't want to prepare for this game, so I didn't want to prepare something against Benoni or King's Indian. So here, my ideas were like to play e6, maybe then queen f4 and start checking, and even maybe pushing the pawn forward. Or maybe queen c6, and then knight e6 or queen f6 check. And here we were in a heavy time trouble, and yeah, definitely we made some mistakes here. During the game, I thought maybe he should have played bishop b5, taking c6 square under control. Also, if I push e6, e7, the e8 square, the square from promotion is controlled by the bishop. But maybe anyways, I can play e6, and then the idea is queen f4, queen e5 check. I don't know. Bishop e2 he played. I played queen c6. Here I had, I think, 2 minutes already, or 1 minute when I played my next move. I considered only 2 moves, e6, with the idea to bring the queen over to f4. Queen to f4, and then maybe queen e5 or queen f7. Or queen c6, and I played queen c6. Here Yaro played queen f5. Before he played, I also thought that this is the only that was the only move, but according to Chess24 that I looked briefly at, this is just a losing move. The only move was king h6, and Yaro said that he saw this move, but for some reason he didn't play it. This position needs to be checked more deeply. According to Chess24, 0-0-0, but I have a feeling that white is attacking here and it might be winning. I don't know, because there are no checks to the white king, and white has a lot of ideas here. I don't know, but maybe it's just a draw. I don't know. But after queen e5, I played knight d8. Yaro revealed that knight e6 was also winning, because if king h6, queen d7, this is what he said. I don't know. Maybe it also wins. And then, if queen f3, then just queen g7, I think. Take. Yeah, and it's just, I think. Okay. Should be knight g5, I guess. At least this is winning. This I didn't see. I played knight d8. My idea was if he played king h6, I want to play queen f6. I don't know. Just because I thought, he cannot take because he takes f6, and I promote the queen because his pieces are too far away from my f6 pawn, and his king cannot help because the g6 pawn bothers the black king to come to g6 and then to f7. And after queen f6, I didn't see what black could do. If queen f3 check, queen takes f3, then I consider something. I thought that I cannot lose this position for sure because I have a lot of checks on dark squares. Queen h4, queen g7. I don't know. Queen h4, like this. If queen g5, then white wins. I think this is what I saw also there. Knight f6 is winning. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, what I saw during the game. Yeah, this line was knight f6. But my opponent played king f8, then knight f6, and it looked too good for white. So g5. I think my opponent forgot that after the queen takes f3, I'm not forced to go into this line. Maybe he missed that I'm not I don't have to go into that. I can simply play knight g8, and this is just made into king h5, queen h4. I don't know. Because, I mean, queen f3 is quite tempting. Queen h7. Oh, there's also h4 and queen d7, yeah. I don't know what he missed. Maybe he was just in time trouble. I think h4 is also winning. It just also made into, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's also, yeah. And in time trouble, anything can happen. So he played g5, but here it was already clear that I would be able to play a few checks and then get extra 30 minutes and find a win, because I was sure this position was completely winning, because black doesn't threaten any check, and I have a lot of ideas like queen f8, knight g4. Here I saw another idea. In the game I played queen e8 and won the queen. So he resigned because of king g6, knight e7, and with king h6 and knight a5 check. But I saw another idea. I think knight e3 I was also considering. But it was not too forced. I mean, what I found, it was just black has to resign immediately. But here, there was some nice line where we exchange queens. Maybe that, like this. If knight a5, then black has king h3. I think that's the line. Queen takes g6, h takes g6, knight takes d1, bishop takes d1, e6, bishop e2, and a4, I think. And what I thought the e6 pawn just promotes into a queen. Black doesn't have bishop b5. Yeah, the queen is, yeah, I think that was quite nice line, but it was not too forced. The black had some other choices. What I played, it was just everything was forced. Check, 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 and yeah, winning the queen. Yeah, but I think today I was at some point like over pushed, and maybe I should have got punished like against Fedorov in round 2. My opponent played a good defending game, but in time trouble he made a few mistakes and he lost. Well, it's sport.
Well, when you play a good friend like Yaro, does that fundamentally change how you play the game?
It's difficult for me to play against friends, that's for sure. Because most of them I know since early childhood. I know how they play. I mean, I know their style. We shared different moments together, and I don't have that much fighting spirit against my friends. But in this tournament, I had to play for a win.
Right.
Because I lost round 2 and I missed wins in rounds 1 and 3.
Now, right after this tournament, you say you're going home to Turkey, correct?
Yeah.
Now, you've been accepted to SLU.
That's right.
Are you excited about moving here to the States for the big powerhouse team?
Of course, definitely. Just being in the United States is already an opportunity. And in St. Louis, it's a double opportunity.
So right now, after 4 rounds, you have 2 points. How do you evaluate your performance so far in the event?
Well, as I said, I lost in round 2 against Fedorov. That was a horrible game. I entered his preparation and I was unprepared. I went into complications, and I should have at least checked that line deeper, but I didn't, and I got punished quite. I deserved to be punished in that game. But in rounds 1 and in 3, I played quite good games as black against David Howell and Jeffrey Shonk. I was winning in both of them, but in time trouble I made mistakes just when I had 1 or 2 minutes on the clock. And yeah, but today I won, but I didn't deserve. So I mean, when I deserved, I didn't win, but when I didn't deserve, I won. So it's sport. It's like Barcelona against PSG in the Champions League. Maybe you saw.
Right.
Yes, 6-1.
It's sport. That's all
Yeah.
there is you can say about
Yeah.
it. Well, Grandmaster Ipatov,
Thank you very much.
congratulations today.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at how the rest of Group A is doing after 4 rounds of play. With David Howell drawing today in Group A, he maintains his sole lead at 3 out of 4 points. On Wednesday, March 15th, Round 5's Group A game of the day has got to be David Howell with the black pieces taking on Emilio Cordova. It's been a long day in Group B for this man, Grandmaster Francesco Rambaldi, playing for Italy. He took on Grandmaster Akshat Chandra, the 2015 Junior Closed Champion. This game went well over 100 moves. You had the white pieces. Take us through your victory here.
Sure. And so we got this position. Well, I have a strong attack, but I don't know if it's enough for compensation. But my opponent really had like very little time, like 1 minute, and he played king h8, which is a losing move, and after queen h5 he has to give the queen with queen g6. He probably intended to play h6, but after e6, cutting off the queen, I'm just mating. So he played queen g6, and here white should be just winning. I mean, there's some play with the bishops, but shouldn't be a problem. I played rook f1 because if I can just trade a pair of rooks, and even if I'm losing an exchange, I'll still be winning. But here on move 40, we got this position. I just played h5, which is a very bad move. I completely missed his idea to play rook e2 and rook e4, which is very strong. If I had just played queen f3, I think I would probably be just winning. So instead, we got this very complicated position. Well, it was very interesting, but I wasn't very happy to have it since I was winning a few moves earlier. I really don't know how well we played here. Here, I gave my kingside pawns for the d5 pawn, and then bishop e3. I mean, this position, I really don't know what is going on. It's just very complicated. Here, I thought he would play rook d2. I thought this was a better try, but I'm not sure. He played rook b8, and here he allows me to exchange a pair of rooks with rook h3. And so this was already good because my king is a lot safer now. But it's still unclear how I should, if the position is winning, and how I should win it if it is, because he has a lot of counterplay. Yeah, here I think these moves are correct, and he found this idea bishop d2, bishop b4, which is very strong. I think is the only way to prevent me from queening some pawns. And the point is, I cannot play queen f7 and e7 because he has a perpetual, my king can't get away. So I played e7. If bishop takes, there's a nice little mate here. I can just like this. So he couldn't take the pawn. He had to play rook d1, king f2, bishop e7, queen f4, king g7. So now my king is a lot freer, and I can use it. On the other hand, I also lost one of my passed pawns, queen c7, and here he could have played king f7, but I think after queen takes a5, it's going to take a long time, but the position should be winning, I think. Instead, he played rook takes d5, so he's sacrificing the bishop, but he has sort of a fortress, so like in this position, it's hard for white to make progress. I really have to force him to move the rook from f5, otherwise I can't bring my king. And I think this is a critical moment because maybe king g8 was a better try. I don't know if the position is winning or if it's a draw, but I think this was a better try because in the game, which doesn't stop here though.
All right, so full disclaimer here. We had some relay issues with the moves. Part of the game had a player moving into check. That did not happen, so we're going to switch viewers here, skip a little bit ahead in time, and see how he won.
Yeah, so so I was able to force his rook away, and now he has to play g5 because his rook being far away from his king, he may lose it if he goes to 7th rank. Queen d7 will win the rook. If he goes to h5, queen e2 will win the rook. So he has to push the pawn, and now the position should be winning because he can't simultaneously defend both pawns with the rook while keeping it defended. So he can defend both, but the rook, he may lose the rook. And so here, I think a better try was rook b4. And I wasn't entirely sure what to do, but I think the position should be winning. Instead, king g6. Well, the point is I can't take the pawn immediately because of rook f5, but I can give a check first and then take. And now the position is just winning. So the rest of the game was not. It's pretty easy.
All right. Well, congratulations on a victory over the always game Akshat Chandra. What do you make of your performance so far in the Winter Classic?
Well, it's been very shaky. I played some strange games. Some games I was worse and I won or drew, and some games, I mean, the third round I was clearly better after the opening and I ended up losing. So it was a bit strange. I guess I haven't been playing very well. Even today I allowed, I mean the game lasted like 60 moves longer than it should have. But overall the result is positive, so that's good.
We've been talking to a lot of slew guys in this tournament,
Yep.
you being one of them, of course, so I know it's slew on these recaps, but that's just how it is. What's your experience playing with all of these teammates in this Winter Classic?
Well, fortunately, I'll be playing not only my teammates, but also our head coach, Alejandro, in the
Right.
7th round. So.
Right, Alejandro.
So that will be interesting. I mean, over the board, it will just be a normal game. So I guess I'll have to change a few things in my opening repertoire, but apart from that, everything will be normal.
Right. Well, congratulations once again. Let's take a look, after 4 rounds of play, the standings in Group B. Well, today Kirilla drew while Barish-Pulitz won his game, so Andrei Barish-Pulitz takes clear lead in Group B with 3.5 out of 4. Andrei should be in the game to watch tomorrow as he takes the black pieces against Alejandro Ramirez. The 2017 Winter Chess Classic runs every day through Sunday, March 19th. Rounds begin at 1 p.m. each day except for the final round. See the games live as they happen on uschesschamps.com and chess24.com.